This one? Opposite sisterhood.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. Hi, my name is Alexis Garcia, and today I'll be talking to you about why you shouldn't use study drugs. As someone who has been diagnosed with ADD, I have been taking different types of stimulants for the past 6 years. And I have experienced some of these harsh side effects I will be talking to you about today. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. Why would I stop taking Adderall? It helps me study for tests and finish projects. And plus, I've never experienced any of these side effects. Well, just because it hasn't happened to you yet doesn't mean that it won't, especially if it's not being taken how it's prescribed. The use of drugs like Adderall for non-medical purposes has become an epidemic on most college campuses. The 2015 National College Health Assessment found that 85% of students have felt overwhelmed by their course load at some point in the past year. This feeling of being overwhelmed is what typically drives students to pull all-nighters with the help of Adderall. A study done by the Center of Young Adult Health and Development at the University of Maryland have found that cumulative 61.8% of students have been offered study drugs and 31% actually used them. Another study of students at Bates College found that 1 in every 3 students abused Adderall at some point during the year. It is estimated by the National Drug Administration that 60% of college students have used a form of ADD/ADHD medicine like Adderall as a study drug. Now, even though it may not seem like a big deal to you, these medications are classified as a controlled substance for a reason. As someone who has attention deficit disorder, my brain doesn't function normally. I'm considered inattentive, therefore, by taking Adderall, it gives my brain the stimulation that it needs to function at a normal level. So when I take Adderall, I don't experience the same intense level of focus that it gives people who take it for study purposes. For me, Adderall is my lifeline. I will be taking it after we've all graduated and there isn't any more tests or papers. I will still be taking it to focus at work and to focus when I drive my kids to soccer practice. So, this is a brain scan of someone who does have ADHD and then a brain scan of someone who doesn't. You can see that someone who has ADHD, their brain is hyperactive, which is what all of these like pink squiggly marks and all of the yellow like flashes are, compared to someone who has a normal brain. They don't have as much activity going on in their brain because they can focus and filter things out, whereas they're thinking about 1,000 things at once. Side effects of Adderall include insomnia, loss of appetite, easily angered or annoyed, false sense of well-being, nervousness, anxiety, feeling restless, trouble breathing, dizzy, dry mouth, excessive sweating, increased heart rate, headache, abnormal heart rhythm, chest pain, depression, feeling physically weak, compulsive behaviors, blurred and double vision, hair loss, hallucinations, stroke, seizures, heart attack, and death. So this is a chart, and it shows you where the most common side effects of Adderall are. So you have headaches, change in mood, hallucinations, shortness of breath, malnutrition or lack of appetite, numbness in any area of the body, dizzy or lightheadedness, insomnia or trouble breathing, talking more than usual and major shifts in mood, irregular heartbeat, severely high blood pressure, lack of appetite and nausea, and tremors throughout the body. Studies done by taking brain scans have shown that stimulants like Adderall and cocaine have very similar effects on the brain. So, This is a brain scan of someone who had just taken cocaine, and this is a brain scan of someone who has not been diagnosed with either ADD or ADHD and took a stimulant type of drug called. So you can see they're really similar in the colorings of the scan. Instead of taking study drugs, find other ways to effectively study to replace the need for these drugs. For example, instead of pulling all-nighters and waking up and taking your exam extremely tired, go to sleep the night before the exam, wake up early to continue studying. This way your brain will retain more of the information. Also, whatever you do, do not procrastinate. I know it might be tempting to spend a day binge watching Netflix when your test isn't for another 2 weeks, but instead, start studying a minimum of a week before any exam, and whatever you do, do not wait to start projects the night before they're due. Lastly, find which way you learn the best and study accordingly. For me, I'm a physical learner, so I write down all my notes and make flashcards to study with, because I retain information the best when I write stuff down. So the most common types of learning styles are visual, music and auditory, verbal, physical, logic/mathematical, social, and solitary. And you can see these are all depicted on the little chart below. I hope my speech today has given you some information on why you shouldn't take study drugs, and I encourage all of you to do your own research once you leave today and maybe think twice next time before you take any type of study drug.